Raboisai. Welcome to all the many guests. Geschmack. If you're a guest, raise your hand. What do we got here? How come you're not raising your? You're a guest. Wow. The door is open. The Olam is coming in. Come on in. Come on in. Shir starts on time over here. What's wrong with you guys? Unbelievable. We'll start with you, Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Seymour Leitman.
From where?
West Hempstead.
And you've been doing the daf for how long?
A couple months, but I originally started when you did the 8-minute daf.
So, because you've been doing it for 7 years. Awesome.
With a little break.
So, who else is, what's your name?
Neil Ben-Zev.
Really? You related to Ben-Zev from Chicago?
They were brothers, but we're not related. I'm from Chicago, yeah.
Really? You're also from Chicago? Yosef Ben-Zev is not related to you. Awesome. Shalom, what's your name? You've been here. What's your name?
Ariel, big sir.
Ah, that's right. Last time you sat over there in the.
No, over there.
Really? What?
The duck, last time.
Oh, you were here with the duck. Today's going to be a better shit than that. Who else do we have? What about you? What's your name?
Sammy Daniel. We met on Air Shots.
It means nothing, you know. And you? What? From where? Bitar. Shalom Aleichem. There's a lot of guys here. Who else? Who else wants to say hello? What's your name?
Maya Krause.
From?
Laura Park.
You've been practicing your name the whole Shabbos? Maya Krause is like, Shma. We have Dov Pikus with us, all the way. Dov, I haven't seen you in a long time, right? How long?
Since you were in Chicago.
I used to be your client. When I did weddings, I bought hors d'oeuvres from you, no?
That's correct.
Knishes and then franks and blanks. You still do that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
That's 25 years ago. What company was it?
50 years. Well,
You're doing it for 50 years? Since you're 2? Wow. So, Bemis, 25, like when I was doing catering, I used to buy they used to think we make it in-house. We got it from him.
one job my whole life. Nobody else would hire me.
Who do we got here? That's the guy you just brought behind you. Who'd you bring? What's your name?
Eli Rosenthal.
From?
Lakewood.
Shalom Aleichem. All right, we'll get going. If anybody else wants to say first time? Who wants to say first time what, doing a daf?
A few years ago.
You tried it. Brachas. Okay, whatever.
Really, this time.
Yeah, where we got? What's your name? Shalom Aleichem. From? Don't tell me LA.
Formerly Hill's neighbor here,
Yeah.
now Woodmere.
Okay. That's
Since Chagiga.
Really? Because of him? And he brought that guy behind you, like Benny. He claims. I'm not going to give it. I'm not giving up that Olam Haba. Who? Benny, be Machriya here. Who was it? Me or him?
You want me to answer?
Yes.
Next.
I want the MS. That's what I want. What?
It's not a machlekes.
Yalla. By the way, in case the Olam doesn't know, at 10:40, the Hebrew Shir starts. So any kind of Torah we could get in until 10:40 is all plus. Good yar. Reb Eliyahu, not Eliezer ben Rus. He showed me his paper. It said on an Eliyahu. He showed me. And our MDY family, we're my tefillas today. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu give you the koyach and the schus to continue teaching the daf throughout Klal Yisrael, and give us the schus to continue learning the daf with you. These bird-sized flies are very likely, he's talking about the flies that landed over here and I killed one. So he says they're very likely Gilgulin of Yidden who didn't want to learn the daf with you and are now coming back to try to misakin their chet. It seems that they land on people b'dafka because they're hoping to get a guest shout out from you too. Life lesson. Don't wait to start the daf until coming back as a Gilgul. You'll only end up as a second Levaya. Wishing you and the MDY family and all of Klal Yisrael a good Geben Shiar, sparks of a Simcha, Yishkoyach. Elimelech Goldberg says over here, you always talk about the beauty of the daf that we learn on Yom Kippur. But between me and you, I don't think I ever learned on Erev Yom Kippur, or any Erev for that matter, until I began learning the daf with you. There are so many lost learning days in the year that need saving. and I say this as a koilul younger man. So once again, thank you. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu give you the koil to go mechayel chayil. P.S. down for you at the Kaisel Sunday before Rosh Hashanah. Before you ask us down for you, Elimel Goldberg, is he here? Oh, wow. Usually sit all the way down there. Wow. Treat. Yishkoyach Reb Elimelech. I got to do this. I'm sorry. I have a great email. The guy goes, maybe I'm going to read it tomorrow. It basically says, first of all, can't you just cut down your costs a little bit? And stop asking for money all the time. Other mices need money. The truth is, look, our budget, people are shocked in the beginning. They said, our budget is $2 million a year. But $2 million, every small yeshiva with 65 guys is more than $2 million. We have 45,000 guys, and we do all these different events, and we have so many editors and equipment, and look at the sukkah outside. A sukkah like that, just put it together. Go, when you're done with the shir, go into the sukkah, look at all the stuff that goes on. The preparation, days of preparation of cables and screens and all the tech and everything. Anyway, it costs us a lot of money, and that's why we do this monthly thing. Be a partner with us. Brian Shapiro, Aaron Sachs, Lee Kaufman, Chaim David, these are the ones that came in right before Shabbos. Leib Sternberg, Bernard S. Anton, Akiva Kraus, Mordechai Frank. I know you guys are thinking, wow, Gival is such a small list. It's good for you, not good for me. Aaron Earps, Naftali Kraus, Matti Singer. Rabbi said the Masechta is sponsored by David Salomon, dedicated in memory of Yimari, Reb Shmuel Baruch, Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi Doiv Zichron Levracha. Masechta sponsors, Anonymous, Lili Nishmas, Doidi, Shlomo Yehuda, Zichron Levracha, Ben Shmuel Chaim Zichron Levracha, Shashakav, Elam, Kachim Kolchayev. Anonymous, the Schus for Shlomo, Nachum Tzvi Ben Yenta, sponsored by Skybrook Capital in honor of our friends Meir Kovacs Taki, Shamshi Shalafrak, for the devotion to Torah study and the Shir. Joel Gedalius, Lili Nishmas, my father, Jack Gedalius, Anonymous, Atzlacha Baruchnis, Ubi Gashmias. Koil sponsors monthly, Anonymous from London, Atzlacha in business. Monthly sponsors Anonymous from London, Atzlacha B'Parnasa. Yuda Lushinsky, in honor of my father's sixth cycle of the Daf, your big heart and giving to the community is an inspiration for all of us. Anonymous, Baruch Ad B'Lidai, Yehuda B'Yom Ben Chava, and Baruch Tzvi Nisim Ben Shoshana Leah. Anonymous, L'Shana Tov B'Tuga, L'Schos Eliyahu Ben Chai Dvara, in honor of my Chavrusa Simchala, Ben Tzim Glicksman, Mazel Tov to Talia on her birthday. I thought we did this. Oh, it's a monthly sponsor. Yeah. Urgent Refuah Shleima. So Nachama, Mazel Tov to Talia on her birthday, 12th of Tishrei. Urgent Refuah Shleima for Chaim Yosef Ariel Ben Sarah Razel. And this girl over here, it's every kid's dream to have a month-long birthday. You recognize every single day. This is crazy. The monthly sponsor, what? Bas Mitzvah. Coffee. Rivka and Dr. Avram Epstein pray for complete and speedy recovery for Dr. Harold Goldmeyer. Weekly sponsors, HYK Ventures, Refuah Shleima for Elka Baschana. Anonymous Extra Schusim. Shir and MDY Kids Weekly. Berkovici family in appreciation of Mayor Tarlo. Welcome to MDY. MDY Art. Innovations LLC. Schus for Belly and family. MDY staff and their families. Our family and all the clients showed to be sealed in Sefer Chaim. Riz Hashem, we should receive all the brachas, Yeshuas and Chametz that we all need monthly. Refuah Shleima, Yonatan Eden Ben B'Shever Bracha. Refuah Shleima, Mordechai Ben Esther. Refuah Sayela, Daniel Zeb Ben Ayel Esther. Rabbi Yisai, we're holding Daf Yomi Amud Beis by the wide lines. Torah Rabbanon. We know in the Torah it says that you should, right before you do the avodah as a kohen, you have to wash your hands and your feet. That's called Kiddush Yadayim V'Raglayim. It's not a tahara. It's not like when you go to the mikvah. It's not like when you wash your hands in the morning to remove the tumah. This is called Kiddush. This is special. This adds an element of kedusha to your hands and your feet. So when the Torah says you should do that, Keitzad Mitzvah Kiddush, how does it work? Says the Gemara, Meniach Yodi Hayimonis Al Gabe Ragle Hayimonis. You take your right hand and put it on top of your right foot. The other hand smalls, and you take your left hand, Agabi Ragla smalls, and you put it on your left foot. Or Mekadesh, and then you turn on the faucet, and you do Kiddush Yadayim V'Raglayim. You take both hands, put one on top of the other, right on top of the left, and you put your right foot on top of your left foot. And you do the Kiddush Yadayim V'Raglayim. You're exaggerating. It's impossible to do it, you will fall over. Says the Gemara, Shapir Ko Amrullah. That's a great taina, you're going to fall over. Omer Rav Yosef Chaver Misayo must mean that his friend is holding him up. Rabbi Yosai, let me demonstrate. This is for Dov Paikus. Ooh. Whoa. Slow down. Wow.
How do you turn on the faucet at the same time?
Good Shaila. Okay.
Good.
Like this, right? You gotta put your right foot on top of your left. I have a bum knee, so I'm not gonna try that. But the Gemara says it's impossible. Impossible. You hear that? Topakis, how you doing? I love it over here. I should just give shir from over here. So, at the end of the day, you got to put your right hand on your left hand, right foot on your left foot. The shaking in the beginning, that was made up. You looked concerned.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
Ridiculously good, no? All right. Try it at home. Everybody try it. Is it. Anybody else want to try it? How about you? You want to try it?
No, thank you.
How about you? You're good? What's your name?
Max Rager.
You related to this guy?
No.
Not at all? Where are you from?
From Philadelphia.
And you learn here in yeshiva or something?
Yeah, I'm in Shalom.
Oh, Shalom Aleichem. Welcome. Great. Anybody else want to try it? Taki, I think you want to try it. Somebody in shape here. How about you? You're pointing, Mr. Scheimel. You get over here and do it. You come. No? Okay. I have a good one. How about you?
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
On 2 feet.
I don't know if the table could handle this. All right, Zog the Gemara. So the Gemara says like this, the friend helps him out. Helps him out. Somebody holds him up. Omer Rav Yosef v'chaver Misayo. My benayu. So what's the difference if you put your right hand on your right foot and your left on your left foot, or you do all four together and you need somebody to help you out? The question is it allowed when somebody holds you up? You know, there's a halacha also during Shemona Esrei, you shouldn't be leaning on anything. Like if you have like a stender or stender, any way you want to call it, you shouldn't put your body weight on it. You can't have a, what is this? You talk about it? Oh, Rabbi Shlomo talks about it. Well, that looks like smicha to me.
That's right.
In the smicha, you shouldn't lean on the animal. What do you mean? You're supposed to put your body weight.
Actually, it has to say vidui.
Yeah.
It's down for vidui. And say vidui during smicha.
Yeah.
So you're leaving while you're saying.
Oh, you mean it's the video? I got it. Tzachim is a mashma. Is a high part of a good one. Think of it. Okay. Fine. I've seen some. I don't want to. Whatever. Higher upper people in the community. They lean because as a you know what I'm talking about. Once somebody stood up, they do some of this. It's 30-year-olds. I'm not talking about 90-year-olds. Yeah, it's problematic. Okay.
The rule is if you pull it out from you and you.
Omar le Rav Sama Reder Rav Ashila Ravina. Yeah, if you put your body weight on it, it's not a good thing. V'leisav meisav l'kadosh. So you can learn it two different ways. The way v'leisav means to sit. Why don't you sit down in the Beis Hamikdash and put your feet any way you want, the right on the left, and your hand the right on the left, and then do kiddush yadayim v'raglayim. Turn on the faucet. Omar Karol l'shareis. It's one of the avodas in the Beis Hamikdash. V'sheirus mu'umadu. And therefore, any type of avodah in the Beis Hamikdash has to be standing. Torah Rabbana. Kiddush yadav v'raglayim bayoyim ein tzorach l'kadosh b'laylo. B'laylo tzorach l'kadosh b'yoyim divri Rebbe. We have a machlokes here. It's gevaldik machlokes. Think about it. A kohen washes his hands once at 2:00 in the afternoon. Could he just go on like that for 3, 4, 5 days? Or he has to wash every time he does the avodah? When does he have to continue washing? So we have a machlokes here. Rebbe says that it lasts up until Alois HaShachar. So you wash your hands and then the clock starts ticking again, Alois HaShachar. Alois HaShachar is before Neitz HaChama, whatever it is, you look in the calendar, it tells you when Alois HaShachar is. That's dawn. Shai Rebbe Yomer, sorry, where am I? Divrei Rebbe. Shai Rebbe Yomer, Lina Moy Eles B'Kiddush Yadayim Reglaim. Lina, meaning Aloisa Shachar, works for the Kiddush Yadayim Reglaim. In our situation, works means it destroys it. Aloisa Shachar comes, the clock starts all over again. It's a new day. A new day requires new Kiddush Yadayim Reglaim. Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon Omer, Ein Lina Moy Eles B'Kiddush Yadayim Reglaim. Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon, Rebbe Lazar, the son of Rebbe Shimon Bar Yochai. Shimon Bar Yochai. You just came back from Karastir. So Shimon Bar Yochai is the Tana that a lot of people go to make sure that the tefillas that you do at Karastir are muskabel. He goes. Rebbe Shimon Bar Yochai. Oh. Hai bonai chayim zoyne revich shayim. Somehow we got there. Rev shayim Moshe boy v'klai Yisroel bonai chayim zoyne Okay, Givaldik. Now I want to tell you this, because my chavruza told me today in the morning that his son came home from the Hebrew shir and he remembered the names of the sugya. Why? Because I said this thing, so I'll tell it to you also. When I was younger in Panovich Yeshivik Tana, they had a lot of fun measuring Gdolim. You take, this Gadol, he's greater than this one. He's more Ruach HaKodesh, he knows more. The 14-year-olds, they would be busy with who's a greater Rebbe, who's a greater Rosh Hashiva. Who's greater, Rebbe, the author of the Mishnah, or his counterpart over here, Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon. Rebbe Lazar, the son of Rebbe Shimon Bar Yochai, also he had the famous. He was in the Ma'ara with his father for 13 years. They were Kedoshei Elyon. They came out burning people. Who is greater? So there's a Gemara that says that when Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon was nifter, Rebbe sent a messenger to his almana. He said, "I want to get married to you. You're the wife of Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon." So she said, "I only go up. I'm not going to..." That's what she said. "I'm not going to go down." So he sent her back. He says, "In learning you're right, but in maisim I'm bigger than your husband." So she said, "Oh, it's a good thing you're telling me that in learning is greater, because that I didn't know. That I don't know how to judge. So now that I know that maisim is greater, in Torah is greater, but you should know in maisim he was greater than you. He had a lot of yisurim in it." So the Gemara says that Rebbe, he accepted it, and he took upon himself yisurim. So it seems like that he was, she knew what she was talking about. So it could be Rebbe Lazar Rebbe Shimon was greater than Rebbe, the author of the Mishnah. What? She did not marry him. She stuck to her guns. She was looking for somebody. Ariel b'kodesh. Let me read it. Says the Gemara. So we have a machlokes between Rebbe and Rebbe Lazar Rebbe Shimon. Again, Rebbe says that every single day you have to wash your hands. Rebbe Lazar Rebbe Shimon says if you wash your hands once, it lasts for a lifetime. As long as you don't go to the bathroom and you don't go to sleep, whatever, but it can last for 10, 20 days, whatever it is. So says the Gemara. Rebbe Lazar Rebbe Shimon holds that Aloisa Shachar doesn't ruin anything. Tanya Yidach, and we have a very, very similar thing. If one of the Kohanim was on top of the Mizbeach, bringing
downstairs if anybody wants to see. All the people standing.
The shears being broadcast downstairs in the sukkah. Here they are. We have some people over there. Wow. The editors, the desk, beautiful sukkah actually. Elia Turgeman from the Hebrew shir, he built a sukkah. It's unbelievable, beautiful. So Zog the Gemara. He was putting the meat of the karbanis onto the mizbeach all night long. Same exact machlokes, same case. According to Rebbe, since it's morning, it's aloisa shachar, you got to wash your hands again. Once you already wash your hands, and it lasts for 10 days. If you're able to stay up for 10 days and not eat for 10 days, not go to the bathroom for 10 days, it could last for 10 days. The point is, the nighttime doesn't make nothing changes unless you change it. Unless you're Mesiach. One of the problems is Mesiach Das, of thinking about something else in the middle, that could ruin it. Utzricha, I need both cases of just the regular case and the case of a person doing the avodah on the mizbeach. The Ashmina Kamaisa Bahikama Rebbe, if I just say the first one, Rebbe said it over there, the pasuk name avodah, because he is not paying attention, he's not concentrating, he made a stop in the middle, he took a break. That break, he might have forgotten about the Kiddush Yadayim Reglaim. You have Kedusha, it's like wearing tefillin, right? You can't break the thought that you're wearing tefillin. You can't break the thought that you have but in the case that he's on top of the Mizbeach, sacrificing the korbanos one after another, so he's in constant thought. Maybe Rebbe agrees that the morning, when the morning comes, you don't have to wash your hands again. That's just the reverse. If I just said the case of him putting the korbanos on the mizbeach the entire time, that's why Rebbe Elazar Shimon said that you don't have to wash your hands again, because he's in constant motion with this mitzvah and he's not being mesiach das. But in a regular case, where he takes a nice gezunta break, an hour break, so he forgot what he's doing, maybe he would agree that you have to wash your hands again. No, he holds that you don't have to wash your hands more than once in 10 days unless you go to the bathroom or whatever. Tzricha. My time at the Rebbe, where did he get his whole svara from? It's not a svara, the chsiv begishtam. So we have this pasuk over here. It says in the pasuk, when you come into the Oyel Moed, yirchatzu mayim. You should wash your hands, and then you don't die. Or when you come close to the mizbeach. How do you say gishtam in English? Approach. Thank you. Approach. So which one is it? Is it when you come into the Oyel Moed and to the Azara, or is it when you approach the mizbeach? They seem to contradict each other. So each one is going to grab one word and say that the other word helps him out. My time, the Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. Says Rebbe Elazar, you only have to do it once when you come, not when you approach. What is Rebbe going to do? It would only say begishtam when you approach. It doesn't say when you come in. Every time you go to the mizbeach, in one day you go 25 times to the mizbeach, you have to wash your hands 25 times. That's why the Torah tells us no. One time per day. Once every 24 hours. In other words, the clock starts ticking by Alaysa Shachar in the morning. What's Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon going to do? Yeah, very nice. It says bevayim, but it also says every time you approach. I would think bevayim when you come into the Beis Hamikdash. So if you come to the Beis Hamikdash just to visit, just to look around, yeah, you go into bells. You're not going to go davening. You just want to see what's going on, how big, large, this, that. So maybe you have to wash your hands. No, it also has to do with gisha. You have to be performing the avodah. Sorry. Ask the Gemara. How can you think that if you walk into the Beis Hamikdash just to spatzir, you have to wash your hands? It says you have to perform an avodah. Another halacha. We discussed this, that on Yom Kippur, Yom Kippur, the Vilna Gaon in the Shulchan Aruch, you can look it up, Shulchan Aruch, says, how come we don't say Tachanun tomorrow? Sunday, why do we say Tachanun tomorrow? Huh? Why? Well, it's not Sukkot, it's not Yom Kippur. He says that today and tomorrow and yesterday is Miktsas Yom Kippur. That's what the Vilna Gaon says. It has a little bit of Yom Kippur to it still.
What does the Gaon say?
The who?
The Gaon.
No, what does he say?
Because
I'm talking the Gaon. I just said the Gaon. I said the Gra. Same person, no?
Beis Hamikdash.
Yeah, what about the Beis Hamikdash?
Because Beis Hamikdash of Shlomo Melech was these days. That's why we don't say that.
No, I'm saying why he says in Shulchan Aruch, Ayin Sham, the Gra on the Shulchan Aruch says because it's mixes Yom Kippur. I don't know. The Luch says one thing, and he says he says both. Says the Gemara. Oh, so on Yom Kippur, the Kohen Gadol goes into the mikveh how many times? 5 times. How many times does he wash his hands with the kiyar? 10. Because every time he goes into the mikveh, he washes his hands once before and once after. Hands and feet in the kiyar. The first time he washes his hands, right before he goes into the mikvah, is machlokes whether his clothes are removed or not. But the second time, so he goes into the mikvah, that's for sure without clothing. He comes out of the mikvah and he goes to the kiyar again, and he washes his hands and his feet after the mikvah. Because once again, now we understand a little bit better. Mikvah does what? Mikvah removes tumah. What does the kiyar do? It's not about tumah. It's about adding kedusha. So just because you went to the mikvah and you have no tumah, you still need a kedusha. It gives you, how does it give you kedusha? How? Because it's in a klisharis. The kiyar is a klisharis. This thing right over here, it's a holy vessel. The water in it is holy, so it gives you holiness. In the second time around, the second time he does this, he performs the kiyar, the kiddush yadayim v'reglayim. His clothes are 100% done, according to everybody. Why? How do you know? Oh, that's what the Gemara says. Because it says, you have to be ready to go. You can't I have to get dressed and ready to go. You have to be like a fireman. You go to sleep, or like the Chayalim in Gaza. They're sleeping with their boots on. They have to be ready to go. They can't I have to get dressed now. It's too late. He has to be ready to go, and then he washes his hands. So he washes it, boom, he does the avodah. As the Gemara, lahaktir isha lamali, to put here, lahaktir isha. Let's see if we have a picture. We had something. What was it? It's not here. Anyway, you know what it is. Is take the basar and throw it onto the mizbeach. Isn't that an avodah? If that's an avodah, you need to wash your hands. Lamali, why does the Torah have to tell us again? Says Gemara, Ma'u d'seima. I don't think you only have to wash your hands when it's something important, like zrika, something that if you don't do, you don't get a kapara. Throwing the meat on top of the mizbeach, if you forget to do it and you don't do it, it's not the end of the world. You still get a kapara. Maybe I'll think you don't have to wash your hands. Come on, Shmuel. Next sugya, Daf Amud Aleph on top, 3 lines from the top. Ilva asked the question, according to who says, anybody remember, who says that there's no such thing as daytime comes around and you have to wash your hands again? You can go for 10 days straight. Who says that? Elazar Reb Shimon, Givaldik. According to Elazar Reb Shimon, that Lina, Aloisa Shachar, does not ruin the Kiddush Yadayim Reglaim. Mekir Maushi Apostle. What about the actual water? We're talking about the human being. We're talking about the Kayan. Kayan washed his hands. According to Elazar Reb Shimon, you can go 10 days straight like that. But what about the water inside the kiyar? Does the nighttime or the Aloisa Shachar, does it ruin all the water inside? We know all animals, there's something called noisar. If you have meat that's left over, here's that picture, shkoyach. You put it in, Gary? This is just a picture of the meat going on. Meat that's left overnight, what is that called? Noisar. It's finished. Throw it out. What about the water in the kiyar? Throw it out. So what's the question? Mi amrinon hani lamai. What do you need water for? L'kiddush yadayim reglayim. It's to purify, to give kedusha to the kayanim. Kiddush yadayim reglayim gufayle bazabulina. But wait a minute. The kayan himself doesn't need to do it more than once every 10 days. So why should the water go bad? The water that made the kayan kadosh, and the kayan himself could go. He has no expiration date. So why would the water become expired that day? Dilma, given the kashlu klishares, no, different waters in the klishares, and mipasli. It's like anything else that's in the Beis Hamikdash that has dusha. Later on, Ilfa had an answer to this. Just like Rebbe says that every day you have to wash your hands again when the Alois HaShachar comes, so Rebbe holds that the water in the kiyar goes bad every single day. Rebbe Shimon says that a kohen could go forever without washing his hands, so the water could also go forever. What are you showing me in the Rashi?
He's asking, but they put it down in the bar.
Yeah, we're getting there. Very good. We're getting there.
Rashi says if you didn't get it.
Yeah, if you didn't get there, okay. We spoke about it on Friday. What if they did it? I'm on the phone with Rebbe. Atoim again, I don't understand, Rebami. You said such a thing? That the same achloikis, that there's an argument if the water goes bad or not. Elachi Omar Rebasi, so the glorious on the side, maybe it's Rebami. He's talking to Rebami. So maybe there's a little bit of a mistake. It says Rebasi instead of Rebami. They were friends. Okay, whatever you glorious on Rabbi Yochanan, he says in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Shmei Dilfo. Here shall shikoy me'ba'erev. So this is an important bride, so we got to remember this. It's super important for tomorrow. The kiyar, that's the sink, the whatever you want to call it. This one over here, this is the kiyar that you did not put into the ground, and we'll show it. They used to put into the ground into the underground water system under the Beis Hamikdash to drop it in there every night. So if you didn't do it, you could still use it for anything you need to do, perform avoid that night. What kind of stuff do you do at night? This. You can do at night. But tomorrow, the following day, what would that seem like? That the water goes bad. It says, you can't use it anymore. When we ask the question, does it mean that you don't need to be Mekadesh it? Or it means, or it means it's no good. What do you mean by any Mekadesh? That you don't have to, you can't. It's done, it's garbage. Spill it out into the drain. And we never had an answer to the question. But according to what you're telling me, and you know the answer. You know that according to Rebbe it's no good, and according to Rebbe Elazar it is good. And over here we don't even know. Tashma. Ben Katan also Shneim Osar Dad Lakir. The kiyar had 12 faucets. It used to have 2, I think it was 2, and it went up to 12. Why? Because every morning and evening when the Kohanim did the Carbon Talmud, there was 12 Kohanim. So not to waste any time, if they wanted to, boom, turn it all out. The famous Chavetz Chaim, can't skip the Chavetz Chaim here. Chavetz Chaim says, and this is an important thing, I know people really took this to heart. Chavetz Chaim says that if you have a business and you're making money, and you dive into the Rebbeinu Shalom on Rosh Hashanah, and you say, Rebbeinu Shalom, I need parnasa, and Hashem says, okay, this is your parnasa. So this is your parnasa. There's only a certain amount of hors d'oeuvres you are going to be selling this year. Now, if you decide that you're going to open up another business, you're going to become a real estate mogul during that year. So he says it's literally like taking a barrel with a faucet and inserting a second faucet on the other side of the barrel, and you think that you're going to get more wine, but it's the same amount. It might come out quicker. You might make more cash quick. But at the end of the year, you're going to have exactly the same amount of cash that you're supposed to get. That's what he says. So Shnei Moser Dad Lakir. Afu also Muchni Lakir. I was wondering when I saw this word Muchni, I thought it comes from the lashon of Muchni is this thing. It's like a pulley system. This is from our Motzi Shabbos artist. You could tell there's different styles that we have. That's what they do. They would lower the kiyar in there. Now, I just thought that muchni comes from the lashon of machine. Machine. Like it's a Latin word, mashan, whatever it's called. So anyways, I just ChatGPT'd it. I says, you're probably referring to the Latin word machine, and he shows me in Latin. He says, it's a great, but zero shaykhs, no shaykhs. That's what he told me. So I don't know if he knows what he's talking about, but that's what he's told me. And then somebody looked it up and it said ChatGPT said that the Aruch says it is from a lashon of machine. But okay. So here, Ben Katan made this whole pulley system to lower this extremely heavy device into the ground every day, into the water, so that the water inside the kir should not become puzzle. And what? My love, Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimoni. Even Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimoni who holds what? That the kohen's hand could stay kaddish for 10 days straight, yet he'll hold when it comes to the kiyar, it must go into the water underground every single night, otherwise it will become puzzle. In other words, the water, the physical water of the kiyar is different than a human being. Human being, his kedusha remains forever. Who's that guy next to you? I didn't say hello to him. Hi, what's your name?
Rosh Hashanah.
I said hello to you once before.
Yeah, you did.
Son, Shalom Aleichem. How you doing? It's going okay this year?
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, thank you. What? No way, where is he? Where's Lou? Hey, stand up a second, stand up. I was going to call you over here. You got to come over here for this mice. You got to come. We got to ask you the story. Hold on. While you're coming here, I gotta verify the story live. I didn't. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you for all that you do for all of us here.
Thank you. Now, is it true that I came to convince your friend? We're not going to say his name. I came. Say over the story. I don't.
This is an absolute true story. In Los Angeles on the Shabbos, I'm at a friend's house. Somebody knocks on the door. It's this person. And I said, who are you? What are you doing here? And he says, I'm here to get you to do the daf. And I said, what do you mean? What do you really do? He's like, no, this is what I do. I go around and I get people to do the daf. And I asked him, I go, don't you have to work? Don't you have to support a family? And he said, this is my mission in short. And he cross-examined me. He says, why don't you do it? I said, I'm an attorney. I'm running a law practice. I don't have time for this. He goes, what about on your way to court? What do you do? I said, I listen to talk radio. He says, why don't you try listening to me? Give me a shot. And that's what I've been doing every day since.
Every day since? Wow. How long ago was that?
Started on Sanhedrin. So
I came to get your friend. I didn't get him.
So we didn't get him, but it was
great. It was great. Unbelievable. And you're involved with the Los Angeles Chevra?
Yeah.
You did a seam at your house or something?
Yeah. We're all involved.
Beautiful. Wow. You never know. You try to convince this guy. You got to try. You got to try to convince. Thank you so much. Thank you. Emerson story. Okay, next. What? Yes. My wife said that. My wife, she just gave that speech. Yes. He's reminding me that we're in Bell Harbor, and I made him cut somebody off, and I made him roll down your window. Do you do the daf? You got to be crazy for one thing. That's my thing now. Zog the Gemara. It was worth it. Look, I got Lou. It's unbelievable. He's a star, the guy. No, he's not. This is one of the most famous attorneys in LA. I'm not joking. He's the mob uses him. Zog the Gemara. I'm not. You can laugh all you want. Look him up. The guy's he's a superstar. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good idea. That would have been a Zog the Gemara. So what happened over here? We're trying to say, according to Rebbe, that a kohen becomes every 24 hours, he has to wash his hands. So of course, the water every 24 hours becomes puzzle. But what about Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, who says that a kohen goes forever without washing his hands? So now, what about the water? So I want to say, my love, Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, this idea that you have to put it into underground is going even according to Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. Loi Rebbe. No, nice try, but no, it's Rebbe who anyway, we know that he holds that the water becomes puzzle every 24 hours. It says Gemara, yes. But why did I think so? Why did I think it's Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon? So now the Gemara says a beautiful thing. Let me just show you real quickly. Here, let me have this for a second. Let's lift it so it doesn't scratch the floor. Okay, where's my stick? Give me your hand for a second. Let me show you what my Rebbe used to do. You're Sephardi, you didn't have this stuff. He used to go, you were spacing out for a second. I saw you. Anyway, this is the Mizbeach. I put this up on Friday, so I don't have to do it again in the Hebrew shir. This is Tzafon, north, south, west, east, Mizrach, Ma'ariv. This is the Mizbeach. The first sheet that we had this already, a lot of it, so it's easy. First sheet, it says from this blue line to this blue line, you take this northern wall of the Mizbeach, this northern wall, and you extend this way to the end of the Beis HaMikdash, to the end of the Azar. This is the area where you shecht all the korbanos, including this bull on Yom Kippur. Talking about Yom Kippur. That's Shita number one. Comes Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon that we're talking about, and he says, no, the bull was shechted right over here. This is the Heichal. This is the big building where you have the menorah and the this, and then in the back you have the Kodesh HaKadoshim with the Aron, the Kohen Gadol Gamzer, right? This is where he does achas, achashtayim in the heichal. This is the ulam. This is like the entrance to go into the heichal. He says, no, let's extend the north. We make a line like right over here with the, yes, it corresponds to the wall of the Mizbeach. So you go like this. But it goes up. You have this whole area up here. So now what the Gemara is going to do is, look, if what we're talking about is Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, it's in this area, put the bull right over here, so the whole Bryce is Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. That's why I thought it's Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. Now there's another shita. The next shita is that you could also shech down here. So down here, this is where it's called Ezer Yisrael. There's 11 amas, 22 feet wide by the whole width. I think it's 150 am or something like that. It's a little small area where all of us peasants, we stand here and we watch all the avodah in the Beis Hamikdash. And then there's another thing called here Ezra's Kohanim, another 11 amma. He says, no, you could shech in this entire area. What everybody agrees is that in this area, right from this line upwards, all throughout this whole area, you cannot shech this bull. Okay, now that we know this, take a look at what it says here. Now also look at this position of the bull. His tail is to the north, his front of his body is to the south, but his head is twisted towards the heichal. You don't want to put his tail towards the heichal. That would be very inappropriate, because whatever he'll do over there, and it's not nice. You put his head towards and the kohen, he's standing between the mizbeach and the bull, with his back to the east and his front facing the west. Now says the Gemara. Here we go. V'ham in the ratio of Rebbe Elazar, Rebbe Shimon. If the ratio is Rebbe Elazar, Rebbe Shimon, say Benami Rebbe Elazar, Rebbe Shimon. The Dani ratio. What does it say in the ratio? Baloi Eitzel Paroi. On Yom Kippur, a boisai comes to the bull. Uparoi oimed beno ulam v'lemizbeach. We had this bull standing between the ulam. This is the ulam, this area right over here, and the mizbeach right over here. Roisha l'darim, his head was facing south. Upanav l'mayrov, but his actual face was twisted towards the west. And the kohen is standing in the east. Upanav l'mayrov, his face is facing west, but he's standing to the east of the bull. Who says that this area is okay to shechten? That is Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. That's Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. The Sanya is Tzava Mekir Mizbeach Tzvoini. Here it describes this. This is the northern wall of the Mizbeach. If you take this box, this is the south wall. This is the northern wall. From this north wall to this north wall, that's you have two northern walls, right? This is the north of the Beis Hamikdash, but this is the northern wall of the Mizbeach. So from the northern wall of the Mizbeach to the northern wall of the Beis Hamikdash, that's the area. And the whole width of the Mizbeach, this whole area down here, that's somebody else, not Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. That's Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, and Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, Moisef, he adds a whole area, Af Ulam, this whole area up here is also where you could do this whole thing with the bull. Rebbe Moisef comes Rebbe, another machlokes between Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon and Rebbe. Af Makim Drisas Ragla Kahanim, Makim Drisas Ragla Yisrael. This bottom part as well, down here. Aval mina Chalifos is in here. They had these like shelves where they would put their shchita knives in there. It even says Beis Chalifos over here, Beis Chalifos. So from this area, what's the idea? The idea is you can't really see over here. When you're in here, you cannot see the mizbeach. You cannot shecht over here. So you see that it's Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. So since this part is Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, because he holds that you can shech in this area, the whole thing has to be Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, including the fact that the water becomes tamei every day. If it is Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, says Gemara, what are you talking about? Why does it have to be Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon? Let's think about it a second. Rebbe who says you could shecht over here. Let's think together. You could shecht over here. Does Rebbe say could you shecht over here also? Yes. Because over here it's much more kedusha. If you can shecht over here, certainly you can shecht over here. So therefore, what's your proof that this area is Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon? This area is also Rebbe. So your whole proof flew out the window. That part of the bride could be Rebbe as well. Hasher Rebbe had the Rebbe Yossi, Rebbe Yehuda Moshe. Rebbe saying in addition to Rebbe Yossi that it says only in this area, he says no, you could also shech down here. But at the Rebbe Lozer, Rebbe Shimon Loi Moshe, of course he says you could shech on top. Says Gemara Nanochi Kamrinon. If you really hold that this bride is Rebbe, look at Welcome to Drishas Ragli Kadam, Welcome to Drishas Ragli Yisrael. I have a question. Why is this bull up here? Take this bull and put him down here. Shouldn't you be shechting bulls far away from the heichal as far as you can? Yes, the Rebbe holds you get shecht in this area, but it's more appropriate to shecht down here. Elamai, Rebbe Lezer, Rebbe Shimoni. Oh, so what is he going to say? Oh, it's Rebbe Lezer, Rebbe Shimon. That's why you shechted up here. But according to Rebbe Lezer, Rebbe Shimon, Mishum Chulsh, sorry. Look, according to Rebbe Lezer, Rebbe Shimon, this is also everybody agrees that this area you can shecht in. So then the question is, according to Rebbe Lezer, Rebbe Shimon, why did he say the bull's over here? Put the bull right over here. It's also further away from the. So then what's the pshat? So the Gemara says it can't be Rebbe because if it's Rebbe, put the bull here. If it's Rishon, put the bull here. So why is the bull here? The bull is here because we're trying to make it easier for the Kohen Gadol. Think about it. How do we feel Shavuos morning during Akdamas, during that Haftarah? You know what I'm saying? And then he was up the whole night, and then he has to do all the Avodah all by himself. Nobody can help him out. Here's a cool question that I asked, and a lot of people didn't know this. I don't think anybody knew this. How much is a bag, like an Israeli bag of milk, 1 liter, if it was metal, how much does it weigh? Anybody? Don't look it up. 2 pounds. Great. You say 2 pounds. Let's say it was gold. Is it lighter or heavier? Heavier? Anybody? Lou, what do you say? Heavier or lighter? I would say it's lighter, no? Don't listen to me. Listen, Rabbi Isai, gold is 2.5 times the weight of metal. 2.5 times. More dense. A bag of milk like that weighs 15 pounds in metal and will weigh double that in 2.5 times that in gold. It's not 2 pounds. It's closer to. Anyway,
7 pounds a gallon.
just thought about. So I'm just saying it because he's carrying this kli. This kli shor is made out of pure gold. It's super heavy. Plus, it contains all the blood. This initial blood. We're going to learn about it one of these days in Kulin. I don't know where. There's a lot of blood that goes into this vessel. It's liters upon liters. It's heavy stuff. He has to schlep it. So we don't want him to schlep it from down here all the way here because he has to get into here. So we do. You know what? Do the shechita right here. Easy. Boom. Okay. Great. So, Rabbi said we're learning more and more stuff every day. It's unbelievable. We're only holding Daf Chav, and a married guy comes over to me and says, you know, this is the first time there's a Rebbe in my Rava that says over the whole Avodah and everything. He says, this is the first year I was sitting there, I was blown away. Every year I heard the same speech, I never understood a word he said. This year, we're only 20 daf in, but already in 20 daf you get a lot of musagim, but we're not done with Kachim yet. Can you imagine next year Yom Kippur what it's going to be like? So check this out. There's something called Trumas Hadeshin. You see the fire on the right, that's the Maracho. Every day they bring new wood and they make one flame. You see in the center, that's called the tapuach. That here, you can see it over here. That's where you take all the ashes and you put it into the tapuach. Now there's 2 things, not to be confused. We're going quick here because the Israelis are starting in 8 minutes and we didn't even turn the page yet. There's something called Trumas Hadeshin. The first thing you do in the Beis Hamikdash ever, the first thing is you take 1 shovel full of the ashes from where the fire is, where the flame is on the right side, and you bring it down. Let me see if we have it here. He takes it from Tapuach over here. Okay, it might be a little bit of an issue. I'm not sure. I think he might be wrong in that. What? No, he's not supposed to be wearing big likuna. No, he's not supposed to. There's a shaila. There's a thing we did with dafka. No, for the trumas. Some say that like this. That's a pashut. So now, there's supposed to be another part. Anyway, he takes it. Let me see. Maybe this one. Why do I have 2 of them? I apologize. The Kitzer, he takes this and he brings it You want? Where's my little stick here? While he's doing that, I'm gonna go over here. Could you zoom in over here for a second? Oh, here. Just go back over there. You walk down, and he comes around right over there. Right over there. He puts it in. Look what happens to the coals. B'neis, it disappears every day. That's called Trum Sadeshin. One shovelful every morning. There's something else not to be confused with the actual pile of ashes that you can get rid of whenever you feel there's too many ashes, you get rid of it and you put it somewhere else. But the Trum Sadeshin. So now, it says like this. If he washed his hands in order to do the Trum Sadeshin, the following day you don't have to do B'mikash your hands and feet. Why? Because he already washed his hands and his feet. He's mekadosh them. Leman. Eli Rebbe Amar Pasalina. Wait a minute. According to Rebbe, it's not good enough. Why? Let's think about it for a second. When do you do the Trum Sadeshin? It's called Kreis HaGever. One pshat is, everybody likes the pshat, when the chicken, when the rooster crows. Today, my chavrusa said the story at his kiddush that we were sitting in, what's the name of that shul that we used to learn in? Oev Yisrael. And my chavrusa tells me, like when the rooster crows. So I tell him, the roosters crow here all the time. He says, you're talking shtusim. Roosters crow. I said, every day they crow here. He says, no, stop it. All of a sudden, it's serious. So there's two questions. Well, it's really one. How did he not hear it all those years? We were there for 2 years. That was the first time he ever noticed it. Concentrating, learning. He said it over as if it was a moifus. Yeah, I'm done with this. Shkoyach. Eli Rebbe Homar Pasal Belina. So, I was there. Another thing you're going to learn today that most of you don't know. There's Aloisa Shachar. What comes after Aloisa Shachar? Metzachama. What comes before Aloisa Shachar? Kreis HaGever. It's a different period of time. Kreis HaGever, the rooster crows, and somebody was saying that he has roosters. They actually get up like 3, 4 in the morning. They start screaming. It's before dawn. Then comes Aloisa Shachar. Dawn. Okay. So now this Trum Sadeshin, when we take the shovelful, that's by Kreis HaGever. That's before dawn. So think about it. He washes his hand to do this before dawn at 3:30. 4 o'clock is dawn. What does Rebbe say? 4 o'clock comes, the clock starts ticking again. He has to wash his hands a second time. But it doesn't say that. It says, you're done. You wash your hands at 3:30, you're good for another 24 hours. But why? According to Rebbe, once dawn comes, Aloisa Shachar comes, you're finished. Either Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, and according to Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, you could go for 10 days. You go for 10 days straight. Big chiddush says Abaye here. It goes according to Rebbe. When did he wash his hands at 3:30? When's dawn? 4 o'clock. You don't have to wash your hands again. Why? This whole problem of a human being having lina being overnight is only the Rabbanan. Umaydi the Mikrois HaGever. That's safrli puzzle lina. Massive chiddush. From 3:30 to 4 o'clock, we're gonna look the other way. Yes, every day at 4 o'clock you have to wash your hands again, but not if you do it right close to the 4 o'clock. That's what he said. Rav Amar, Leilam Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimoni. So we have a massive machlokes. We're going to go into this machlokes again tomorrow. Says Rav, no. It doesn't go according to Rebbe. This goes according to Rebbe Shimon. But the question is, if it's Rebbe Shimon, Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, he holds that you can wash once every 10 days. So what's going on here? Who cares? Why did he have to wash his hands in the morning? What? Oh, this is in the sukkah. Wow. Shalom Aleichem, guys in the sukkah. We see you. Maybe open up the window a second. There's a window right next to you. Say hello to us. Scream something. I don't know what. Okay, great. Krista Dr. Gemara. Oh.
Even the kier also. The kier was brought up also before this. Because they had to wash their hands with Trumas Hadeshin.
Obviously, yeah, and then we're going to talk about it. And let's go right back down. Rav Amar Leiba Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimoni V'ra Rabbi Yochanan Dvara B'tchilas Avoda V'Leiba Seiv Avoda. So he says, okay, there's Rabbi Yochanan holds like Rabbi Shimon in the beginning of the Avoda, which is then right before dawn. V'Leiba Seiv Avoda. In other words, he picks and chooses. He holds like Rabbi Shimon that you can. It depends when you started. If you wash your hands in the beginning of the day, it lasts for 10 days. Not at the end of the day. Okay, interesting shita. Meisvei. Maybe we could show this. I wasn't so excited about this. Oh, we have this new one for today. There's Laila, there's Alois, there's Yaim. According to Rebbe, once Alois comes, you have to wash your hands again. According to Rebbe Shimon ben Elazar, Rebbe Shimon, then Alois comes, you good to go. Okay, whatever. I'm just trying to see where that thing was. Was it this? The Koyanim see that he's coming back from Trumas Hadeshin, so they start running.
Not yet.
Oy vey.
He's coming. Run.
Okay. Yeah, Matzah Shabbos. He's actually unbelievable up there. You can't even tell it's Matzah Shabbos. So the other Koyanim come. Now the question is, why do they need to wash their hands? They already washed their hands beforehand. According to Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimon, one washing is enough for 10 days. Why are they running and washing their hands? What's the answer, Rabbi Isai? What could be a good answer? Huh? Good. Anybody else? You heard what he said? It could be the answer is that they never washed their hands. They just showed up at the base of English. They have to wash their hands. According to Abaye, that says that this goes like Rebbe. Now what? And from 3:30 to 4 o'clock, if you wash your hands there, then right from the rooster to the dawn, then you don't have to wash your hands again. Hamani, Rebbe. It goes like Rebbe. El Rava. The Moigim look Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. But Rava says that whole thing goes according to Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon that what? One washing is good enough. Amal Rebbe. And he's not going to go with that pshat. And he's going to hold that according to Rebbe, every Alois you have to wash your hands again. Hamani. So who does this go according to? Rebbe Pasalina. What good is it if they wash their hands, when they see the kohen coming? They have to wash their hands again. If it's Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon, why are they washing their hands? Like that video, you saw he's coming, he's not coming, they have to wash their hands. They washed their hands earlier. Yes, it goes like Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon that if you wash your hands once, you don't have to wash your hands again. We're talking about brand new koyanim. Who? Sponsor. Okay, the sponsor. Adar Global. This guy's been waiting for 6 months. You got it. I did it for you. I knew. I was just waiting for somebody to scream. Specialists in International Financial Services, Adar Global. Anonymous. As a schus v'atzlacha in ruchas v'engashmos. Anonymous. The schus and support of Torah that all tests should come back 100% healthy for me and my family. What are we going to do here? We got to go a few more lines. Ibaylu. Yitzia ma'osh toil b'kiddush yadayim v'reglayim. But Rabbi, I'm just asking. We're going to go a few there, but everybody out quickly. Out so they could come in. Otherwise, it's going to start late and it's not good. They're waiting outside. If a kohen washes his hands in the kiyur, now the kaddish, and he walks out the door, and he comes back in. So I got to tell you the smaisa because I was inspired. I thought about it and I said it. So I'm going to say it. I said it in Hebrew. I want to say it to you guys. Great story, true story. There's a Rebbe in Cheder who, in middle of class, walks out of his classroom, calls his wife, and the conversation goes like something like this. My suits, what? You threw them out. Did the garbage truck come? Yeah, okay, fine, great. Talk to you later. He goes back in his class, continues teaching. So the principal comes over to him and says, what happened? I never saw you go out of middle class, make your phone call. Like, what's going on? He said, I'll tell you what, I saved up hundreds of thousands of dollars for my daughter's weddings over the years, and I hid the money in my suit pockets. Had a bunch of suits. And as I was leaving, my wife said she's gonna clean out my closet and throw out all my old suits. So I wasn't paying attention. Like all of a sudden, middle class, I'm like, wait a minute. I think she said that she's gonna throw out my suits. Wait a minute. He calls her up, says, hello, did you? She says, yeah, I threw out the suits. I cleaned up the closet. He says, did the garbage truck come yet? Yes, it came already. He said, okay, great, bye, have a great day. So the principal says, well, what do you mean great? You should have, you didn't want to take a break, cry a little bit, breathe, say something to him. He says, unbelievable, listen to this. He said, my Rebbe taught me that sometimes we come to this world to overcome one nisayon. And I thought maybe that's my one nisayon. I'm overcoming that. Now, of course, I said the story, the Shabbos table, and my wife. Why didn't he run after the garbage truck and go to the garbage place? Anyway, now, if the coming of the morning, the coming of dawn, doesn't ruin the kiddush, delay parish. There's different ways to learn it. We're just going to learn simple according to Rashi. Delay parish. That's because he didn't walk. He didn't stop doing an avodah. Avayitzi the parish. But when you walk out of the Beis Hamikdash, where's your mind? You stop thinking about the avodah. You're not in the Beis Hamikdash anymore. That's the idea of not concentrating on it. And once you lose your concentration on the kedusha in your hands, you lose the kedusha. You have to redo it. Since you're able to come back, so he never stopped thinking about it, and he doesn't have to wash his hands again. How is this going to get to us in 2-3 days from now in Sukkot? It's not for everybody, but similar halachas apply to somebody that has a sukkah in his backyard. Here in Eretz Yisrael, it's not so common. Although we had a sukkah like that in Bnei Brak, we had to go down all that. We had it in the parking lot. So if you leave your sukkah to help your wife carry stuff, that's problematic in terms of Birkas Hamazon. Be Masiach Das. Leaving your area, just ask your local rabbi, have that in mind. If you have a sukkah that's not attached to your house, what?
Leave someone there.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. You have to put a shomer and a this and a that. I'm saying these are the halachas of Hezek Hadas. Leaving the Beis Hamikdash, leaving your sukkah. That's the idea. It's right here. So, fine. We'll stop here and we'll be behind the whole sukkahs. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful week. Yishkoyach for coming. Baldig.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.